My name is Mason Peterman. My partners are Rebecca McGeorge and Caroline Rockford. We will be analyzing Thailand and the United States and the relationship between contraceptive use and income per person, as well as the effect government intervention can have on these values.
Looking at the Gapminder projection of GDP per capita versus contraceptive use among women ages 15 to 49, there's a very obvious upward sloping and linear trend relating the lower income countries with lower contraceptive use, and vice versa. What's interesting is a more focused look at Thailand. In 1970, the Thai contraceptive use was extremely low at 15%, while the country had a $1,456 income per person. This is not out of the norm or trend at all. Over the next 2.5 decades, to 1996, there's a sudden increase in contraceptive use to 75%, as well as an income per person increase to $6,001. This still follows the general upward sloping trend as other countries, but what's intriguing is the rate of change. Over a 26-year period, there was a slope for the linear trend line of 1.32 times 10 to the negative second, which is much larger than the other countries that follow the general trend, such as Chile, which over a 27-year period only had a slope of 0.19 times 10 to the negative second, which was a huge difference of a factor of 10. This sudden jump can be easily explained by the official launch of a national population policy in 1971 to control its rapidly growing population. Contraceptive use jumped from 19% all the way up to 75% in just a decade and a half, the population growth rate dropping from 3.2% all the way to 1.6%. There were a few major components to their national approach to population control, one of which was the promotion of the two-child family model. Another significant reason was the role women had within the government. Throughout the program, women were acting as physicians, trained nurses, health professionals, trained midwives, and health volunteers. The support of the government's involvement of women made major changes in the response to their newly implemented program. The Thai government also took so much initiative that the Ministry of Public Health assigned the Thai National Family Planning Program to go out and inform eligible women, particularly those living in rural areas, to use contraception. They had even gone so far as to have their traffic police distribute condoms on New Year's Eve in a program known as Cops and Rubbers. Although there was already a general trend in income per person being directly proportional to the contraceptive use in women, the intervention and policies of the government really affected the Thai population and its use of contraceptives.
A higher income per person generally correlates to a higher percentage of contraceptive use, as is the case with the United States. Though, like in Thailand, government organizations and government policy affect the purchase and usage of contraceptives. Correlating with the Gapminder data, in the late 60s and early 70s, contraceptive use increased rapidly, a result of a variety of oral contraceptives and intrauterine devices being approved by the FDA. 1965 Supreme Court ruling in Griswold v. Connecticut gave married couples the right to use birth control, and the 1972 ruling of Baird v. Estendat legalized birth control for all citizens, regardless of marital status. A sharp decline in contraceptive use is seen in 1975, which can be explained by the removal of several IUD brands from the market following numerous reports of IUD-related infections and 7 documented deaths among users. From 1975 on, the data shows a general upward trend, with contraceptives becoming cheaper and more readily available as a result of the FDA's approval of new types of contraceptives and many health care plans now covering the purchase of birth control.
While there is a general trend of high income per person correlating to a higher contraceptive use, there are many factors that can change this relationship. As you can see by the irregularities seen in the data trends for both the United States and Thailand, government interventions and policy can counteract common trends. Court cases, legislation, and a push for reduction in child numbers by government officials can produce anomalies among these trends.